The summit of steel. The space station Meridian Cross hung above the neutral asteroid belt like a jewel suspended in ink. 5 delegations had gathered in its central chamber, the Vorkai, who moved in slow spiraling patterns and smelled of burned copper, the Thessari, whose translucent bodies pulsed with bioluminescent maps of their warships, the Drawl Collective, 6 minds woven into a single quivering mass, the Omune, ancient and armored like gods carved from obsidian. And finally, the Sereti, who were simply beautiful and knew it. Commander Marcus Webb of Earth stood at the back, quiet, hands clasped behind his back. He had been invited as an observer. Earth, after all, had only recently been granted provisional membership in the Interstellar Accord. The galaxy did not yet take humanity seriously. The topic of discussion, territorial rights over the Kessel Expanse. And everyone had decided to settle it the old way, by demonstrating strength. The Parade of Giants. The holographic display in the chamber center ignited, and the boasting began. The Vorkai ambassador swept a claw through the projection field and summoned an image of the Craver Prime, a dreadnought the size of a small moon, bristling with plasma lances that could split a planet's crust. 142,000 crew, the ambassador announced in a low, grinding voice. Constructed over 60 Earth years. Undefeated. The Thessari responded by projecting a fleet. Not one ship, but 40, each a cathedral of chrome and graviton arrays, arranged in a formation that could collapse a star's corona into a directed beam. The Celestine Armada, their eldest said softly. We do not boast. We simply show. The Drawl Collective uploaded their data directly into the room's quantum fabric. A ship appeared that seemed to break physics casually. A vessel folded into 11 dimensions, only partially visible, the rest of it existing somewhere the human eye could not follow. The hum it emitted made Marcus's teeth ache. The Omune activated a single image and spoke a single sentence. The Hand of Dominion has never needed to fire its weapons. The ship in the projection was so massive it had its own gravity well. Moons orbited it. Small ones, but still. Lastly, the Sereti unveiled their creation. Streamlined, almost elegant, every surface mirrored, built for speed. 47 engagements, their pilot said, leaning forward. 47 victories. All before the enemy fired a second shot. The room fell quiet. Impressed, respectful, calculating. Then all 5 sets of eyes turned to Marcus. The human's turn. He hadn't moved from the back of the room. He stood with the unhurried patience of someone waiting for a bus. Captain Yara Osei, his tactical officer, caught his eye and gave a small nod. Ready? If you'd like, Marcus said calmly. I can show you ours. He touched a small device on his wrist. Nothing appeared in the holographic display. One of the Thessari started to laugh, a rippling, bioluminescent shimmer that spread across its body. Then the Meridian Cross shuddered. Not from an impact. Something had docked. The station's exterior sensors threw up an alert. Every alien delegation simultaneously pulled up their own readings, and for a moment, a rare, priceless moment, they all went silent in the same way. The ship that had appeared outside was not large. Compared to the Hand of Dominion, it was practically modest. But it had materialized from nothing, not from a jump, not from a fold. It had simply arrived, the way time arrives, without announcement and without apology. Every scanner in the room was reading the ship at a different location simultaneously. It existed in all positions at once and committed to none. Its hull was dark and did not reflect light. It absorbed it. Along its spine ran a single inscription in 17 languages, including all 5 alien tongues in the room. You have not been targeted. What followed? No one spoke for a full minute. The Drawl Collective, which had never been recorded expressing discomfort, shifted. The Vorkai ambassador retracted its claw from the holographic field. "How many do you have?" the Omian elder finally asked. Their voice, usually seismic, had gone quiet. Marcus thought for a moment, as if performing a calculation. "Enough," he said. Captain Osei touched her wrist, and the ship outside vanished, back to whatever fold of spacetime it preferred. The territorial dispute over the Kessel Expanse was resolved by the end of the session. Diplomatically, unanimously, with unusual enthusiasm. On the shuttle ride home, Osei looked at Marcus. "They're going to ask us to build them one." "I know," he said. "What do we tell them?" Marcus looked out at the stars for a long moment. "We tell them it took us 200 years of almost destroying ourselves to earn that kind of patience." He paused. "And that the ship isn't the weapon." She raised an eyebrow. "The restraint is," he said.